The same family who called me a times monster times for fighting for my dyslexic daughter came crawling back when I won a $2.8 million settlement. Last month, my daughter Emma came home from school in tears, the kind of crying that shakes your whole body. Her math teacher, Mrs. Malova, had humiliated her in front of the entire class. Emma's dyslexic numbers get jumbled in her head, and when she couldn't solve a problem on the board, Malova said, loud enough for everyone to hear, maybe if your father actually cared about your education instead of enabling your laziness. I swear, my blood boiled. The next morning, I marched straight into that school demanding a meeting. Malova sat there, arms crossed, smug expression, like I was wasting her time. She said Emma just needed to apply herself more, and that times parents like me coddle their children instead of pushing them. The principal nodded along like she was reciting gospel. When I mentioned Emma's diagnosed learning disability and requested accommodations, Malova times rolled her eyes. These days every parent wants their kid to be special, she said. Back in my day, we just called it being slow. I was speechless. She refused to modify assignments or offer extra time. The principal backed her up completely. And from there, everything went downhill. Emma's grades tanked. She started having panic attack before math class. Kids began calling her stupid because Malova would sigh every time she asked a question. When I told my family what was happening, you'd think they'd back me up, right? Nope. My sister said maybe Emma times need to toughen up. My mother told me I was raising a victim. And my sister-in-law, a teacher herself, humiliated us both at Emma's birthday party, announcing in front of everyone that some kids just aren't academically gifted while staring right at my daughter. Then she called me a times monster. That word burned. So I did what any monster mom would do. I fought harder. I paid $3,000 for a private educational assessment. It confirmed Emma's dyslexia and listed clear teaching strategies that would help her succeed. When I handed the report to Malova, she tossed it straight into the trash. I don't need some fancy doctor telling me how to teach, she said. Even the principal shrugged. We can't force teachers to use unproven methods. Emma started refusing to do homework. She'd just sit at the kitchen table, crying over math worksheets that might as well have been written in another language. I hired a tutor, bought special workbooks, did times everything. My family mocked me again, said I was throwing money at the problem. But then, karma showed up. A state education audit hit the district. Turns out, someone had been filing disability discrimination complaints for times 2 years. The investigators found that Malova had been systematically denying accommodations to dozens of special needs students. It exploded into a federal case. The district faced a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Malova fired. The principal transferred. The district forced to pay $2.8 million and start mandatory disability awareness training. And Emma, with proper accommodations, she times thrived. She tested into the gifted program this year. That's when my phone started lighting up. My sister, I always knew that teacher was wrong about Emma. My mom, we were so worried about her self-esteem this whole time. My sister-in-law, I hope you know I never doubted Emma's intelligence. They all wanted to celebrate, to take credit, even suggested a family vacation using some of the settlement money since we all suffered through this together. I looked around my living room at the same people who called me a monster and smiled. You're absolutely right, I said. Monsters don't share settlement money with people who called their daughters stupid. Every penny went straight into Emma's college fund. When my sister tried one last guilt trip, family should help family, I told her. Emma times is times my family. You're just DNA donors who spent a year bullying a dyslexic kid. They haven't called since Emma made the honor roll. Turns out, monsters make your excellent advocates.